right, what you're looking at right here is an external hard drive enclosure that features RAID. Yes, RAID. Check it out. This is the Galaxy 3500 MGB RAID V2 hard drive enclosure. Now, this is really, really good if you have some very important data. Like, I store all my stuff on my network attached server at home, and that's redundantly backed up with RAID in itself over my network. But what if my house were to burn down? Then I'm really, you got nowhere to back up. So what's really nice about this is that whether you use it as a backup for your NAS, your network attached storage device, or you use it as a backup just directly from your computer, multiple drives, you have redundant drives on here. So as long as this is safe, even if one of the drives were to fail in here, you would have a backup copy. Now, what makes this really cool is that it has all the RAID functionality built into the device. You don't actually have to have two eSATA ports and try to create RAID. It literally, if you look right here, there's a little selector switch, and that gives you all the different options for RAID. Now, right there's a RAID 1, RAID 0, you have JBOD. You can pretty much do, those are the three main ones you're going to use. You pretty much do whatever you want with that. So if you want to boot off of this, you could use RAID 0, although since you're using a FireWire 800, FireWire 400, or USB 2.0 interface, probably wouldn't make the most sense. It would probably make the most sense to be redundant in case one drive were to fail. Now, this is extremely useful if you're a photographer, if you're putting some incredibly important film footage, like let's say this year we're going to go to CES, or we're going to come back with hours and hours of footage. We're going to back up to something like this because it gives you redundancy. Now, it's also useful if you don't really need that. If you just need a lot of storage, let's say that you're transferring large chunks of stuff. If you put two 2 terabyte hard drives in here, you're carrying 4 terabytes in total, and that is a lot of connectivity. Now, just so you know, this does work on Mac OS X. It will work on version 10.2 or higher. It'll also work on XP, Vista, Windows 7, Windows 2000, pretty much any of those from Windows 2000 up. It's going to work without any effort. And it's also really good for Macs, especially because it does have that FireWire 800, which you're not going to find just about any PC. So it's really useful that it has a FireWire 800 for Mac users. If not, Windows users can also use the USB 2.0 there. It's going to give you 480 megabits per second. There's also a FireWire 400, which is going to give you 400 megabits per second. Then, of course, the 800 is going to give you 800 megabits per second. Now, I want to kind of show you a couple things. First, how easy it is to put a hard drive in here, and also what it comes with. Now, remember, this does have a pretty good-sized power block. It's not too big. It has a lot of cool stuff in here. It actually has a smart fan that, depending on temperature, increases the RPM of the fan. So it's got a lot of cool features. It's not really that big for having 2 drives in it. It doesn't weigh that much, and it is pretty secure. And it also looks really nice. I don't know if you see that front there. Very professional-looking front. Now, included in the box is going to be your FireWire cable and your USB cable, the power adapter, of course, and you're going to get all the spare screws. And installation is really a breeze. There's nothing hard about it at all. I'm going to show you right now. Basically, all you're going to do is you're going to flip it over. You have 2 screws that you're going to pull out. Actually 4, but for the sake of brevity, I have removed 2 already. So here are removing these 2. Basically, the outside part is like a sleeve. It's basically going to slide the whole thing. It's going to slide open, and you're going to see, there you go, that's the inside. Basically, controller board, which ironically enough is not just a regular controller board. It actually has an 18 kilobit cache in there, which is going to double cache your USB ports. So up to 4 kilobit packets are going to get double cached. So it's going to give you a little bit increased performance for the USB. Besides that, you have 2 SATA ports right here. They're going to plug into your hard drives, and then 2 SATA connectors. So make sure you do get SATA drives. This won't take your IDEs. Also, you have a little board up here in the front for your indicator lights. They also tell you if your drives are in OK condition, drive 1, drive 2, and then it'll also give you an error light that says rebuild in case your RAID array fails or one of the drives fails. It's going to tell you, hey, you need to rebuild this array to keep from not compromising your data. And like I mentioned earlier, you do have a really nice fan back here, smart fan. Here's your FireWire 400, your FireWire 800. Again, it's daisy chainable, like most FireWire 800s are. If you want to get another one of these, you could daisy chain them, and it would have the same bandwidth. You have your USB 2.0 port. This is where your power goes in, and you do have a Kensington lock. Again, this is for important information that you're going to be backing up into here. So it does have a Kensington lock because one thing is a drive failing, and one thing is somebody picking it up and walking away with it, which it's hard to protect. It's also important to note that if you look on the side of this, you do have these rubber-coated little vibration dampeners right here. So that's going to keep the noise and the vibration down. It's going to keep everything nice and quiet and keep all your data safe. Actually, there was a study not too long ago that showed that vibration, excessive vibration or poor mounting of hard drives can lead to premature failure. So that's a good thing that they included those little dampeners in there. This is a really sweet product, and as a matter of fact, I am going to be going on a very nice trip to Japan soon, and I'm going to take this with me to back up all my photos too in case something happens to the drive on my laptop. So really good stuff. It's the Galaxy MGB 3500 RAID V2 hard drive enclosure. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, and I'll see you guys next time. For more information on this Galaxy hard drive enclosure, head on over to com.puter.tv and type in 3500 MGB RAID V2 into the search engine. For Computer TV, I'm Albert.